Amy Watts' Diary, September 23rd, 2013. Today. Just another average day, but with more curiosity than usual. I don't know why I imagine the things that I do, because these little objects that I see just fascinate me so much on how they end up where they are. It burns in the back of my mind like wanting to know what today's winning lottery numbers are, with 10 tickets in your hand, just waiting for the numbers to be called, one by one. To others, I can only imagine it doesn't mean a damn thing to them, but I guess it doesn't matter, now does it? The first little thing that caught my curiosity, like a fish on a hook, was a crushed beer can on the grass on the way to the Zorn Dining Commons on my way to breakfast. It was just sitting there with it having no place, like a Yankee fan in New England. It stopped me right in my tracks as I just gazed upon it with fascination like a woman to new shoes through the glass of a store. I looked upon the can, and once again I imagined how this was thrown there. I imagined a man drunk as can be and walking home with no coordination in his footsteps. As he is completely wasted and done with his last beer, not having the right state of mind, puts the can on the ground, then takes a giant step and crunches the can like an ant to a boot. After crushing it, he kicks the can and just walks off until he reaches some sort of place where he can sober up and have the hangover of his life the next morning. Again, as a normal day goes on, now in the common rooms of Holloway, I find myself doing some homework for a class that I barely enjoy. Sitting on a couch trying to be as comfortable as I can. I have been doing homework for almost an hour just researching for a paper, and for a moment I want to give my eyes and mind a break. And then lean my head onto the couch and just let my left hand fall for a second into the crevice of the couch between the cushion and the arm. As soon as I put my arm down and let my hand fall, my hand feels something. I pulled my head up and looked at it, and lo and behold, it was a random Nerf dart. I was a little intrigued of how this could have been shot over here. I stared at the dart for a moment and let my imagination pour down like a waterfall. I imagined college kids with their Nerf guns shooting each other in the middle of the night with much enthusiasm and sport. At the end of the battle, one poor fellow gets the full blunt, and I guess when the room was cleared, not everything was found. I put it back where I found it, and then began to rest for a few minutes. It was peaceful while it lasted. The last piece of curiosity that attached to me in a different way, because I was using this object. I was playing pool with a friend down in the common room for a late night game, fun and all, like usual. The pool table is mediocre, but is somewhat playable. I brought my pool stick as usual. My friends always like it because it was made of carbon fiber and shot as smooth as silk when needed. It was a vibrant, bloody scarlet and a piece of beauty. I was preparing to break the set when I almost forgot to chalk my stick. I get up to chalk my stick, then all of a sudden I realized that the chalk cube was split. I picked up the chalk and stared at it and went into deep thought about how the chalk had come to be this way. I imagined people in the common room the night before playing an excellent game of pool, both players playing with great precision and strategy, but while an intense game, they make it entertaining for them. When all of a sudden the first player starts to sink every single ball and then makes a fantastic shot. The second player, astounded by these plays, throws the chalk in funny frustration, and the first player ducks and hits the wall, but in the process, it breaks in half. As one player recovers the chalk and finds it in two separate pieces, both start laughing. I couldn't tell you what fuels my curiosity. It burns at me like a hot iron imprinting on my skin. It's a satisfying burn that can only be cooled by my imagination. Oddly, something I would not give up. I love it, and I hope it never goes away. What makes you curious?